that was a big lesson that was no, not it was more of like a revelation.
Are you comfortable to talk about it?
Things that I know, about the industry. In that moment, a lot of flashes of like of the wrong that I had done.
Mr. Armaan Khera.
What's
The
up?
specs
What's
look good
up,
and you
man?
can put it on.
No, bro, these are not mine. I saw them and I just thought, like, let's see how they look. How do I look, man? I can't even see myself, bro. That's how,
But I can see
intense
you and you
that
look
I'm
good. Yeah. So, what's happening? Finally, we get on this call.
Yeah, finally. Thank you, brother. You've been so patient with me, and I'm glad that we're finally here and we're doing this.
Yeah.
That too on a Sunday. Like, who would have thought,
On a Sunday. Yeah. You were right off camera when we were talking. You said we don't have any Sundays. Totally
Yeah.
right about that. Yeah.
Yeah, no Sundays, brother. There's literally, I mean, I lost the sense of days when I got into the industry. Before that, I knew every day. I knew what day it was,
Hmm.
and yeah, ever since I've been here in the industry, it's just like I don't know when Monday was. I don't know what happened on Thursday. Did we even go out on Saturday?
So, do you love that part or you do not?
Oh, I love it. I love it. I mean, I think I just got so used to the weekdays and the weekend because of school, because of like the
Hmm.
education system and also the work environment that we have. So, but then for them all to merge into just one, I guess, I don't know, like every day is the same.
Yeah.
And that is kind of cool because I think it makes the canvas unlimited. Does that make
That's a good
sense?
way to put it. It does.
Like
And that's a beautiful way to put it. Yep.
yeah, because in society, I believe like your canvas is limited. Like people believe that the weekends are only there to relax and the weekdays are there only for work.
Hmm.
But this way, I get to pick and choose. And I mean, since I love work, every day, has a bit of work
Makes
that I
sense. I usually reserve this part of the question for the end of the interview, but since I caught you on a working Sunday, I'll ask you what's cooking for the future? What can we see from you in the
ah
upcoming days and months?
definitely, bro. In the upcoming days, you'll see a music video called "Price to Pay." A music video for a song called "Price to Pay." Irfana, who
Hmm.
is one of the top rappers of the country, she's on it. Akash, who goes by Akash Kahan Hai on Instagram. He is an Emmy award-winning producer, and Stara, who is a 16-year-old superstar singer, and this is her first song. So yeah, man, the video is actually pretty sick. My friend
Hmm.
Manav, he shot it. He's here from the UK. He's a great director. Rachit Vaidya, he's an amazing DOP. I did a short film with him called Atman. He's on the project. Omkar as well, an amazing like just director, photographer, everything. Yeah, so the
Hmm.
we've got a solid team on this, and I'm very excited for everyone to see this music video. It drops on the 6th actually, so
All
we're
right,
working
4 days from
on
now.
4 days from now, and there's a lot of music coming.
Yeah,
Like before the year ends, I've got a couple of Punjabi songs that I'm featuring on. They'll be
that's
coming out.
fun.
Danish Sood and I are always making music. We have Phoenix coming out this year, which is a great song. Um, so yeah, quite a bit of music work that we'll
Yeah,
release.
yeah. This is actually something I planned for the interview because also you're comfortable with English and Hindi equivalently, right?
Yeah, of course, of course.
All right. So this was something I had planned for the interview because I did a little background check. Research for you. And mostly everyone was talking about the Bads of Bollywood. And of course, why not? Because it was such a great project.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, take a step back. We'll talk about Bads of Bollywood for sure. But
Hmm.
then I went through your Spotify playlist and that has some bangers. That surely has some bangers. I
Thanks.
What Up and February 13th were on my loop for a long, long time. Even today in the car, I was listening to Feb 13th.
Are you serious?
That's it, man.
Are
Of
you
course I
serious?
am.
Whoa, bro! February 13th that's a very deep like that's very close to my heart, man. I mean, What Up is definitely something that a lot of people vibe with because it's hype
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
especially like I get a lot of like I get a lot of stories um for people
That's
that are
the
in
proper
gym.
main character energy.
Yeah, yeah, bro. Like that's a sick song. But February, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you said February 13th because that's very close to my heart. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that, that was a big lesson that was no, not, it was more of like a revelation that I had on that day. And it maybe won't be as clear through the lyrics, but if you read them, then you'd understand that, like, okay, there's something here, there's a story here.
Are you comfortable to talk about it? Why
Yeah,
it is so
of course.
special?
No, of course. You know what? Actually, what happened is so on February 13th, I believe, 2022, I was chilling. I was shooting three projects at the same time: Kalbali Records, Taj, and Kala by Mr. Bijoy Nambiar. And what happened is, I believe one of the days it was, so February 13th is Himika's birthday, Himika Bose. She's an amazing actor. She's also an influencer. She's an F1 enthusiast. So you can check her out on Instagram. It was her birthday, actually. And Danish and Saloni, who are like my closest people in Mumbai, they were on the way to her. They were going to be attending her birthday party, and they asked me to come too. So before that, I was asked by another friend of mine, Supriya, to join her at Soho House. So I go there, and Supriya was like, she opens the door, and then I see her friend who was there with her, and she was this, like Supriya's gorgeous, and her friend was gorgeous too. But Supriya's like she's more like family, she's a very close friend. I've known her for
Mm-hmm.
years. But I kind of like fell for her friend in that moment. I was like, damn, like this girl's fine. And she just seemed like she had great energy. Like she had an aura about her. And so they're talking, they're telling me about things, things that I know, about the industry. Like that, oh, Saba and Ritik are cute and stuff. And Saba is a very close friend of ours as well. And so I'm listening, 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 just, being polite, being myself. And then she reveals that this is a little bachelorette party before her friend's marriage. Like this is just because they're best friends themselves, so they wanted to be together, like have a hotel, a girls' hotel stay. So when I heard that it was her bachelorette, I was like, my heart sank. I was like, oh shit, bro. I was like, I was down to, get with this girl, which doesn't sound like good, but yeah, I
No,
thought I
I
could.
get you. I get you.
Yeah, I thought I could probably take her out on a date or something, could have some fun. But when I heard that it was her like that she's getting married, like now I've learned this lesson the hard way that, not to mess with people that are in a relationship or people that are
Mm-hmm.
committed in general. And I learned that I've cheated in the past and I have been cheated on. So, it's not something that I'd like to repeat, like ever again in my life. Like I'm never gonna cheat. I will always be honest and stuff, and I will leave people alone that are in relationships because it's not good for karma. It's not good for my karma. And so yeah, it was just in that moment a lot of flashes of like of the wrong that I had done with other people came to me, and it just helped me take a different direction, and I didn't project my interest towards her after I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
And that left me with more peace of mind, and I say it that one of the lines in the song is my peace of mind has me whipped, so like when you're
Mm-hmm.
whipped, like like you're on a leash. So my peace of mind has me on a leash now, and I just can't do it, and then I go on. Then they're like, okay, now Danish and Saloni in the song they call me, right? As
Uh-huh.
you've heard the
Yep.
song, they're like, yo, we're on the way. Like come downstairs. So before I went downstairs, Supriya's like, hey, just come up and check out the party on the terrace. So we go to the
You say you're
terrace.
in an elevator.
Yeah, yeah, no.
Say that
So
you're
so
in an elevator.
yeah, that's in the beginning. That's when I'm
Yeah.
about to see Supriya.
Okay,
But
okay.
then we go to the terrace, and there's a whole bunch of women, and they're all beautiful. And I'm like, wow, okay, like now I'm back into the sea. That's another line in the song. And as I leave for the elevator, I say my goodbyes to everyone and I'm leaving to go downstairs. And then another girl that I was infatuated with a year ago, like, she walks out and I'm like, and I see her for the first time and I'm like, oh my God, like this girl is fine. So it's basically the cycle of this thing that we feel like we're in love. We're falling
Mm-hmm.
in love constantly, like with the next human and the next human. But it is that cycle of infatuation, you know? And sometimes that cycle of infatuation can trap us and make us, do something that we won't be happy about later on. And I'm glad that I wasn't able to, I wasn't trapped in that cycle. So that is February 13th. And yeah, that's a
Takes
very long
guts. Takes a
description.
lot of guts to realize that. If we were meeting physically, I would have given you a fist bump for sure.
My
That's a
brother, yo,
noble
let's
thought to
do it
have.
right here. Let's do it right
Yep,
here.
sure. Let's go. Yeah. Because,
Man.
okay, I obviously didn't know the backstory to it, but my first thought about when I heard the song was if I'm outside, let's say 11, 12 a.m. in my car, I'll roll the windows down, play this, and cruise on a smooth speed. That's what this song does to me.
Damn.
And What Up is a totally different genre. Like you can go to the gym and lift weights beyond your limits when you're listening to What Up.
Yeah, bro, that's a vibe, bro. What up is
I,
crazy.
in fact, had some, like, there were some quotables that stuck to me. There's
Yeah.
one place where you say, about to drop another lyrical bomb, and then I shoot. Call it artillery. Call it artillery. Military is the mood. That was a
Yeah,
banger of a line.
bro. Thanks, man. Wow. Wow. I
So
don't think,
I heard, yeah.
yeah. No, no, no. Please continue, please.
So while I was going through your Spotify, I saw that you did a song with EPR as well, and EPR is obviously a big name in the scene.
Yeah.
So how was it working with EPR?
EPR is my brother, man. We were acting in the same show, Kalbali Records, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, since then we had planned to do a song, but it took a while, obviously. And he's also very occupied because, like you said, he's a big name in the scene. So he's always being pulled in different directions. And but also it took me a while to get artillery, into the mastering phase. So when I finally did, I reconnected with EPR and he was down. He sent his verse and
Mm-hmm.
that was it. And that song is basically, we're not rapping as ourselves, we're rapping as the characters in the show. So
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
he's rapping as Rudra and I'm rapping as Jazz.
Jazz. Okay, that's why they say jazz by Panga, like something on the lines of Panga Lele or something like that. In the
Yeah.
very beginning. Okay, I
Yeah.
meant to ask you where the jazz comes from. Now I know that.
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah.
see.
So if you watch Kalbali, then you'll get this song. Like you'll understand it.
Uh-huh. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Uh, I guess all of us, like the most of us, know EPR from Hustle, the
Yeah.
first season of Hustle, and
Yeah.
since then it's been an upward rise. But little
Yeah.
did I know you would have made such banger music because I
Hey.
saw Citadel. I'll talk about Citadel as well. Raj and DK are one of my favorite duos in the industry. What
Wow.
a writing they have. So
Damn.
tell us about Citadel. How did that happen? How was it working with the two of them and the cast?
Yeah, Citadel was really fun, because we were in very beautiful locations. We went to Gwalior, and we also
Hmm.
went to Bhimtal, which was I think an hour or two before Nainital.
Yeah.
And so because these locations were so beautiful, we shot a few scenes in Mumbai as well. It was fun, I mean, it's always fun on an outdoor shoot. It's good to get away from the city
Hmm.
that you're in constantly. And also Raj and DK, they're very, very set on what they want and they were very quick to react to what needs to be done. So, when Citadel, the American one, released,
Hmm.
uh almost immediately they started getting reviews about how it wasn't what people expected. It wasn't doing very well with the audiences
Hmm.
globally. So within that moment, Raj and DK made some necessary changes to Citadel Honey Bunny, and
Okay.
boom, like I think a lot of people enjoyed that because of that. They yeah. because they obviously nobody wants to make something that nobody's really wants to
Doesn't.
watch a
Yeah.
second time.
Fair, fair,
So,
fair.
so yeah, man. Yeah.
But they're a wonderful duo. I've almost seen all of their works except Shore in the City, I guess. And
I
Family
haven't
Man
seen.
season 3 is coming out
Yeah.
this month. So
Mhm.
everyone's pretty excited for that as well. I actually want to pull back a bit and go back to your music because that was something I was really, really hooked on. So where did that start from? I heard you saying in an interview that you were told you came out singing and dancing right from the hospital. So you always had an interest towards music or dance, or how did the writing part happen, especially?
So writing is something that happened while I was growing up in New York. I always gravitated towards the screen and towards music ever since like I came out of the hospital. Like I've been I don't know I've always yeah I've sang songs like that were in the latest films, and I had this knack for entertaining my family all the time.
Hmm.
So it's a very natural thing to me. But now the writing is something that I acquired, like that is,
Hmm.
I must thank all my teachers, all my English teachers, actually, in New York, in Shimla, in New Zealand, because, they're teaching, like, especially New York. Now, in America, I believe vocabulary is, the subject of vocabulary is taken extremely seriously in an educational setting.
Hmm.
So, because of like our books were quite, they were thick books on vocabulary, and because I had such a solid base, my writing
So,
like was it was much easier for me to write. It was much easier for me to express myself and form sentences. So I
mhm,
to some extent it's very important, I feel, education for writers, and that I'm talking about early on, because as in any field, when you know your basics well, when you're
yeah,
familiar with the, you're able to express more freely, you know?
sure, 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 clearly.
Yeah.
So, how did then Bollywood happen, and how did you end up here?
I think I've always wanted to do Hindi films. I always wanted to be a part of the industry. I was definitely influenced by everyone else's opinion while growing up, because I think you're also afraid, yourself,
Hmm.
while growing up, like, oh, I really want to make it. I really want to be able to have money and stuff like that. Because my family wasn't very well off. Well, I've lived in many places, but it's not like we were rich. Like we had to really work to get food on the table.
Hmm.
So, you grow up with this fear that you don't want to, you don't want to experience a lack of anything. So, yeah, I'm sorry. Could we please go back to the question for a second?
Yeah, sure. I was just asking you how did the transition to Bollywood, or not really a transition, but how did Bollywood also come up?
Yeah, so yeah, and then I would get influenced by people's opinions, like whether they were my own parents' opinions, whether they were
Hmm.
my friends' opinions. And if in today's day and age, and even back then, I think whenever, like, for as long as the industry has been around, if you tell your close people that, hey, I want to be an actor, everyone's gonna be like, oh, okay, that's something to say about it. Everyone has this perception,
Hmm.
whether it's the competition, whether it's like,
Hmm.
the struggle or connections, politics. So I'm very grateful that I was able to look past all of that when I was presented the opportunity to audition, and
Hmm.
I went for it.
Yeah.
I went for it.
And the struggle shows, the passion shows in your work.
Hey,
Clearly,
thanks, man.
Badge of Bollywood, your role as Sameer Sinha was exquisite. So
Wow.
tell me a story about the Badge of Bollywood right from the beginning. We'll sit back and hear you speak now. Badge of Bollywood was something everyone would have been waiting for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like there's been a show more anticipated than Bads of Bollywood, especially in this decade.
Who won't deny? Yep.
I feel like once everyone heard that Aryan was working on his directorial debut, I mean,
Mhm.
everyone's been waiting since to see it actually manifest and get to the screen. And when it did, I don't think anybody, even Aryan himself, expected like the kind of love that he would receive for this. I mean, he knew what he was doing, and he's a brilliant director. But man, like the love and the wave that everyone's been riding, it's insane. It's crazy, you know.
He's a
I
very, very witty director too. I'm
yeah.
sorry
I'm
to cut
sorry.
you off.
No,
So,
no, no. What did you say? What did you say?
yeah. He's a very witty director as well. It shows in the humor. It wasn't your typical humor.
Exactly.
So, really like that part.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. He's smart, you know. He's intelligent, and you can tell like
Hmm.
when you watch the show. And his writing and his team, basically the writing team, they were with us throughout this whole process. And amazing. What a team. What a team.
Okay. So, how do you prepare for the role? Let's say for the role like a Nakul in Citadel or maybe Sameer Sinha in Badge of Bollywood. How do you channelize yourself? Because Sameer Sinha was someone who didn't do anything wrong, but then the audience still felt a slight tinge of, I don't know, maybe getting annoyed, but at the same time, you can't really say why Sameer is wrong. But then Sameer suffered throughout the series. So, how
Literally.
did you do that? How did you
Yeah,
suffer?
so when it came to Samir, Aryan really made it easy for me to approach the character because Aryan had an idea, a very solid idea of how he wanted to present Samir in the series.
Mhm,
Because of which, whenever he gave me direction for Samir, I just, it's like I instantly knew what had to be done, you know? And the best part is that
mhm.
Aryan would act like Samir when he would give me the direction. And then I would be thinking,
Uh-huh.
like, oh, God, like this guy should have played my role. But then I see him doing that with every other character, and I'm like, you know what, bro? You need your own show. You need like a one-man show. You play every character.
Uh-huh.
Now that would be something everyone, the world would want to see, you know?
Well, sure, for sure.
Yeah, he's actually a brilliant actor, and he's not gonna
Mhm,
admit it, but I pray that he shows it to the world one day
mhm,
because everyone is gonna be stunned.
mm. There's been a lot going on. There's music, there's Batch of Bollywood, there's Bollywood in general. So, what are you enjoying? How's life in general?
Thanks, man. Fuck, I'm enjoying the questions you're asking, my bro. um, you know, life is. I'm just very grateful, man. You know, I'm full of gratitude these days. I walk around and people look at me and they're wondering where they've seen me, and that's enough, you know. Even if they
Mhm,
don't recognize exactly where I'm from. But I'll go anywhere nowadays, especially in India, and you know they'll always look at me twice, and it's so cool. It's so cool. Like I'm in
mhm,
no rush to receive the instant recognition that oh my God, that's Armaan Khera, uh, and that's fine. Like that's completely fine because I love what I do, and I'm just so lucky
mhm,
to be doing what I love, and so I feel really good, and I'm in Delhi these days, so it's good to be
mhm,
around family, especially after such a big win for the team. My studio is here, so I'm always at Iser's place, you know, making music. I got a lot of my music people in the city.
mhm.
Um, yeah, so it's really good. It's really good. I feel very good these days. I'm also preparing to head to Hollywood at the end of the month, so you know, I think I'm all set. I've got my visas in place,
Mhm.
my flight tickets, everything's in place. I think it's time to just now take things a little slower than they've been since the show has released because, bro, I just haven't had a second to sit down with the family and just relax for a whole day, you know?
Mhm.
I think Diwali was the only day I got to chill. I was chilling right here on the couch, and everybody was passed out, you know, in different places of the house.
Yeah, we've been
So,
planning this for like 2 or 3 weeks, and I didn't disturb you for the whole Diwali week because I knew how much you were, waiting for this part. It's always
yeah,
good to be back with family.
yeah, oh man, so good. It's the best thing, genuinely.
So I'm assuming your family was always, well receptive of the fact how you wanted to get into the creative field, be it music or acting later on.
Yeah, I mean, in comparison to a lot of families that I've met, they were definitely all good about it. But it does take you got to prove yourself, man, wherever you are.
Sure.
I've
Makes
noticed
sense.
that even if it's in your own home. Until my
Mm-hmm.
mom until my mom saw me on Star Plus, playing Vidhan in Everest by
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Ashutosh Gwadekar. Like, until then, she was like, "Yaar, kaam kar le, get a job, do something, get married, do this, do that." Like, she'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Why aren't you doing this?" And when she saw me, she was like, she gained that confidence that, hey, my son knows what he's doing and he's on the right track
Mm-hmm.
because he's on my favorite channel, so I can't complain, you know.
Yeah.
My dad was actually the more excited one about my career. He's the one
Mm-hmm.
who came to Mumbai firsthand. Like, I wanted to drop out of university, and they were like, "What the hell are you gonna do then?" So I was like, "I don't know." My dad suggested, he's
Mm-hmm.
like, "Why don't you go to Mumbai? You can stay with a friend of mine for a month or so until you find your feet and until you find your ground, sorry, and then you can go ahead and just pursue it."
And then music happened. Then we got to listen to February 13th.
Yeah. Oh, music though. Music was there before acting.
Mm-hmm.
I went to
Mm-hmm.
Mumbai initially just to be a music producer. I was that influenced by
Okay.
everyone's opinions about acting that I went to Mumbai to be a music producer. But then I realized the opportunity that was
Mm-hmm.
a neighborhood away, and that was, auditions.
So, do you follow Indian music? Do you follow DHS? Or what do you listen to usually?
Yeah, of course. I love India. I love all kinds of music, bro. You know,
Mm,
uh, I feel like music is it's a universal language. So
for sure,
no
for
matter
sure.
no matter what language it's being sung in, no matter like what beats there are, as long as they fall
Mm.
in place, you know, smoothly, then you're good to go.
Love the passion you have in your eyes when you talk about music and acting in general. Like when I just asked you how's life in general, you're taking your good own time to say what's going. And how, when you mentioned about the Hollywood thing, like okay, might be an overstatement for a 20-year-old to say, but I could see how a little Armaan Khera would be so proud on saying while you were saying it. And like I could see back of your eyes, there was this little Armaan Khera who was super happy about what you're doing today. So
Wow,
props to
dude.
that.
Damn.
Takes guts to reach here. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, Sparsh. I appreciate you saying that. I'm sure, yeah, little Armand Khera would have been like, wow, all right, you actually did it,
Mhm.
huh? But
So
little Armand
will
Khera wouldn't have been surprised. I think the
that's a
pre-teenage,
great energy to have.
I think the teenager Armand would have been surprised for sure because I was so lost
Hmm.
when I was. But little Armand, bro, like nothing could stop that guy. He's like, bro, if I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. So
That's a great energy to have.
yeah,
So to one guy who's just like I'm 19, I'm across my 19, I'll be 20 next year.
yeah.
What advice would you give me and others like me, the teenage group? We are pretty much lost, or at different points in life, we're reconsidering stuff. How do we figure out things? How do
I
we get to that point where a teenage person, Nitin, would be happy that we got there, bro?
Yeah. Well, honestly, brother, I don't have any advice. I
Hmm.
really don't because I feel like the universe is gonna assist you in finding your way, and I feel like just if I had to say something, I'd say look out for the signs, you know, and usually your heart
Hmm.
best is the best interpreter of those signs.
Hmm.
So I'd say look out for signs, look out for the signs that the universe is sending, and look to your heart to interpret those signs. Your mind will take you in like 1,000 different directions, but your heart, yeah, it usually
Hmm.
sticks to one direction.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Are you a believer? Do you believe in God?
Yeah, man.
Mm.
Yeah. I believe in everything, to be honest. um, believe in all the religions, believe in all the God S in brackets. Um, I believe I believe in everything, brother. You know, I feel
Mm.
like I don't have the proper backing to deny any sort of belief system.
Mhm.
And the backing I'm talking about, like I don't I guess because I can't see the full picture of what the universe is. I can't see, you know, I can't see everything. And until then, I feel like I am obliged to believe it all. Because in the end, it could
Mm.
all be true, right? Unless you know the full story, you won't know whether it is or not.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's a more positive approach, which I like taking.
Yeah.
So,
Being a believer has helped me a lot. Like I was talking to a friend yesterday. We were talking about stuff, and I realized how much being a believer has made things easier for me because whenever I hit a wall,
yeah.
I always know there's someone looking out for me. Like no matter how down I go, I cannot even think of it that if I were, and with all due respect to all the atheists out there, but if I was an atheist, I probably would have maybe given up. I don't know, maybe an overstatement to say, but then I wouldn't know where to go and I wouldn't have anyone to rely on. And being a believer has surely helped me get across some fairly tough times that a 20-year-old would have. But yeah, always a good feeling to know that someone's by your side.
Yeah, man. Wow.
Mhm.
That's very cool, brother. That's very cool. And were you did you grow up in a religious family, or is this something that you have
No, a
um
fairly religious family, like not a 10 on 10, we follow all the rituals and stuff. But
yeah.
then all there has been a mention of God always around me.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite a recurring theme in Indian families actually, you know.
Sure.
And so I'm not surprised, but it is cool that you chose to continue believing, you know.
I would love to make that choice every single day,
Yeah.
no matter how down I go. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? That's cool, man. That's very cool.
My t-shirt says moksha.
Yeah, exactly, bro. I love your t-shirt, man. I need me one of those straight up. I
Sure.
love it.
Sure. We'll go shopping one day.
Yeah,
We'll have some fun in Delhi.
that's us, bro. That's us. Make some content while shopping.
Yeah, for sure. So, let's come to your the blingy part that you have had lately with the Bads of Bollywood.
Yeah.
It was such a star-studded cast. We had Bobby Deol on there, with Laksh, Raghav Juyal, everyone. How are these people to hang out with off the camera as well? I've heard a lot of stories about Raghav and Laksh being like super good duo of the camera and on camera as well with the Bads of Bollywood. But
Yeah.
individually, how are they? And how do they pan out in a life?
So I didn't get the chance to spend time with Laksh or Raghav for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm probably not the best person to ask. I did, however, spend a lot of time with Sahir and the my family members. So that's Denzel Smith
Mm-hmm.
and my my the guy was supposed to be my brother-in-law. His name is Divik. His name is Divik,
Mm-hmm.
and he's an amazing actor. He's a really cool person. He's new in the game, but I'm sure that he's
Mm-hmm.
gonna be he's here to stay. So so yeah, I mean, Sahid, obviously, she was such a fun co-actor. She's such a good energy, you know, and her smile just kind of
Mm-hmm.
makes you smile too. So so yeah. But Bakito, I didn't get to spend much time. Bobby Deol said we did spend time because we had a couple of scenes together. He's a
Mm-hmm.
very warm personality. He is very cool, and you know he's very present, which I enjoyed. Anytime you'd have a conversation with him, he was there. He was in the conversation. He was,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he makes you feel like this is a family. It makes you feel like the industry is a family, which um,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't think you can get enough of in the field we're in. It's good to be reminded that hey, we're in this together.
Wonderful greeting to have.
Yeah, man.
Talking about being present in a conversation, I'll go a bit astray here.
Yeah.
And even if someone asked me this off camera, I would say the same thing. But you were such a good person to talk to right from the first day you called me. It was such an abrupt call. I was not expect. I was downstairs. I was playing cricket with my friends. I'd just come back. I was prepping up for dinner, and I saw my phone ringing with your name on it.
Hey.
Took me a second or two to, let it sink. Okay, this might just be happening. And you were such a warm person to hang out with, or let's say at least talk with.
Yeah.
You talked to me as if you had known me for years. And that's why it usually doesn't happen with me, but I initially, for let's say the first few minutes or so, had, I was taken aback because I wasn't welcomed by a new person with so much warmth. So I had to, take some time to gel into your vibe. But once I did that, it was really fun talking to you. Even if we were just planning about the meeting, it was always fun to hear your voice notes.
Hey, man. Thank you so much, brother. Uh, we're all family, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. That's just how I go about life, I guess. Um, I've heard that before. I've heard people say that, it didn't feel like we talked for the first time when we first spoke. And I think that's
Right.
just, you know, that's part of the belief system that we were talking about before. I mean, if there is, a God, if there is like the entity, the source, which there is a source for all of this, then we've all been derived from that source, which makes us a family in
Mm-hmm.
practical terms. So, so yeah, I think it's just a more peaceful way to go about, our existence.
Sure is.
Yeah,
Sure is.
man.
So you've been through the struggle, you've not been through the blink, you're going through the blink, and touch wood, you stay the successful forever. Do you see an end point or let's say an influx point where you'll at that point you'll sit back and be like, Armaan Khera is done now, I'll just be with myself and maybe not work or not put out something and just sit back because that's the point. That's A to Z का Z वो है आपके लिए. So is there something like that in your mind, or do you just think that you'll achieve everything that comes your way
Yeah,
and never stop the grind?
I don't think Arman has an endpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Just Arman is meant to keep going. That is my nature. That is my being. I'm here to move constantly, and you can see it
Mm-hmm.
in like if I look back to my life and I see that ever since I've been born, I've been moving countries. I've been moving so much. I mean, even if we stayed in a particular country for years, we would keep shifting houses. I don't know, something about my soul plan that involves a lot of movement. And I'm quite happy with it actually. I'm always on the move,
Mm-hmm.
brother. Even when I have nothing to do, I go for a drive, you know? I choose to move, even when
Mm-hmm.
I don't. So so yeah, I can't stop. I won't stop. It's never gonna happen. I'll keep going.
Yeah, that sounds like a wonderful plan to have, honestly.
Yeah, man. Of
Yeah.
course. The adventure.
So you go out for drives. Sorry, you were saying something.
No. I was adding on to. I was just saying adventures forever. Adventures that
Oh
keep
yeah,
going on.
for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. You said you'd go out for drives. So are you a car geek too?
I'm
You
not a
love
car.
with cars?
I wouldn't say I'm a car geek,
Mm-hmm.
but I am definitely a lover, bro. I mean, I don't know anything about the cars I drive, but I love driving them. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's my bro, Jatin Chibber. He's actually a very, very popular and very. I mean, he's an amazing automobile journalist. He used to work for ABP News, and now
Okay.
he's with another media house right now. But he is the true. He's like the car geek. Anything you ask him, bro, he'll know. He'll
Mm-hmm.
know, and he's driven the best cars like in the world. Like he's always being sent cars to review, and so
Mm-hmm.
yeah, thanks to him, we get to drive the best cars, and and we also get to know a little bit more about cars in
Mm-hmm.
general. But yeah, but
So
I
which
don't know.
car has been your best? Which car has been your best driving experience yet?
My best driving experience, I'd have to say, actually, you know what? I love driving my dad's truck. He has one of
Hmm.
the he has one of the first Isuzus that came to the country, you know?
Oh,
So,
that's interesting.
yeah, and it's a big one. Like when they first came here, they were massive. And he luckily he grabbed one of those. He changed the tires, put some bigger tires on there. And I love driving that car. Her name is Rexy,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, oh, what a drive she is, you know? She's a great driver. Otherwise, bro, I mean, I haven't driven my favorite car yet. So,
Which is?
and which is the Lamborghini, you know. So, but I'm sure like I'm gonna love her. I'm gonna love her so much. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna be my
My
first car.
dad's been in my dad's been an Isuzu. It's going to be your first car.
Yeah, I purposely haven't
Oh,
bought
touch wood.
a car. I haven't bought a car yet. Just because I keep driving like my family's cars, you know, because everyone is a
Mm-hmm.
car enthusiast in our home. So there's always like
Mm-hmm.
like outside every home there's two or three cars there. Like outside this home we've got two cars. One is the Rexy,
Mm-hmm.
one is Dizzy. Dizzy is like a Swift Desire that my dad uses for his
Oh,
kitchen,
okay.
you know, quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They have Midi. Midi is this black on black old Honda City that I have parked in Mumbai. My mom recently got a Triber. Jessica has a car,
Mm-hmm.
but that's it. Like, you know, I mean, everyone's like we're like we love cars, man. Just love cars.
Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
actually a great way to go about it if you can, like if anyone can, to save the moment of owning a car for your dream car. Never thought about it that way. And I hope
Yeah.
you get your hands on the Lamborghini very soon.
Oh, my brother, it's happening. It's happening. Thank you for
For
saying
sure.
that.
Do I get a joyride in that?
Bruv, come on. Come on. With the kind of patience you have, bro, straight up. Happening.
My dad's been an Isuzu fan for a long, long time. Like I saw Isuzus as normal pickup trucks until I saw him going heads over heels, heels over heads, whichever way it is said.
Yeah,
And since then, I've started having the soft corner for Isuzus too, and pickups in general.
bro, what a car. Damn, what a car, bro. I love the look of it, you know, when it's done right. I mean, I don't like the small
Mm-hmm.
tire of these Suzus. And
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, when you do it right, when you get the nice big tires and oof, bro, it's a beautiful car. It's and such a great drive, you know. You wouldn't expect it to be a smooth drive, you know, but
Mm-hmm.
it makes rough drives smoother. You know, rough roads. It makes it so much more smoother, which obviously is that's the function, like you know, of
Mm-hmm.
Suzu. But it makes it way like too smooth, man. It feels like I'm on clouds, bro. Like even if the road is shit. Excuse my language.
Mm-hmm. Nah, that's fine. I love to see men romanticizing cars.
I name all
There's
of
this
them.
friend of
I name all of
I saw you.
them.
Yeah, there's this friend of mine, like we've been friends for about 4.5, 5 years now. He's 6 years elder to me.
Okay.
So we are always out, like we go out in the evening around 7:38. Then we're like hanging out, chilling, and every time a car passes by, both of us go,
Right? Oh my God, bro.
especially if it's a baby. And the sweet part about it is that my family got a new car in 2023. We had an Alto before that for around 13 years. And
Yeah.
then in 23, we got a new car. That guy was with me throughout the journey of, having the initial thought of getting a car, the planning. When we went to the test drives, I used to come back in the evening, we used to meet. Used to give him all the reports, कि ये ऐसी है, वो वैसी है, ऐसा है. And then he like it wouldn't be an overstatement to say that he was a part throughout the process of getting a new car. And in the same year, when it came to September, he got his hands on a German as well. And it's been like a long, long dream of his to get his hands on a German. So he bought a
Ooh,
Slavia, and then we
oh,
go out on joyrides in the Slavia.
sick, man. Oh, bro, I
Mm.
love like night drives, man. That's my thing, bro.
Hmm.
Love night drives. Good music, nice
Hmm.
roads. Nothing beats that, bro. You know, like
Totally, totally.
every time like a girl will I connect with a girl that I'm interested in, and we
Hmm.
go for dates and stuff. I mean, I know that we start planning for dates. Every like, I mean, most of the girls I'll talk to, they want to, you know, they're expecting to go to a restaurant, they're expecting to go to a bar, or they're expecting to go
Hmm.
somewhere, you know, and all I'm thinking about is, hey, let me take her for a drive, you know,
That's us.
because
That's us. A fist bump, please.
my thing, bro. That's my thing. Like,
Mm.
I like taking my friends or the girls I'm seeing or my family even. I love taking them on drives, especially at night.
Mm-hmm.
Stop by somewhere, get a snack, you know, get some ice cream, get some like, yeah.
That's
Delhi,
fine.
man, I love. Like, I'll drive anybody to Connaught Place. I just love Connaught Place. Like, that's the
That's a wonderful
best.
place to drive. That is
Yeah,
really a wonderful place to drive.
ours, like it's amazing, bro. And so is South Bombay. Like if I'm in Mumbai, we
Mm-hmm.
go straight to South Bombay after taking one round of Mannat, and then we go. You know, Mannat is a
Mm-hmm.
that's a necessity.
Mm.
Yeah,
Pointless drives are a thing between men. Because once he got his hands on a Slavia, like on most weekends, I would be expecting a call around 12 to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. He'd be like, free है? मैंने कहा, obviously भैया बुलाओ. फिर आ जा
I,
नीचे. ठीक है. And obviously when I'm walking out of my home, my mother would ask कि कहाँ जा रहा है, कब तक आएगा? मैंने कहा पता नहीं कहाँ जा रहा हूँ. कहती, तू बाहर जा रहा है तुझे पता ही नहीं कहाँ जा रहा है. मैंने कहा बस भैया ने बुलाया नीचे जा रहा हूँ. कब तक आऊंगा? 1 1.5 घंटे में आ जाऊंगा. And we would just drive around pointlessly. He would drop me back home and then go to his place. And that's a fun time to have. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't go anywhere. We didn't have anything. We just drove.
yeah.
On my 18th birthday, the gift he gave me
Hmm.
was he took the car to this long stretch of road which usually stays empty. He pulled the handbrake, he took off his seatbelt, and he said, Aja chala le. And I was like, you
Oh,
hold up.
oh,
You do not do that to an 18-year-old. I was like, हाँ aja. And then I sat, I let the feeling sink in for a minute or so. And then I started driving. He has a video of it where I'm driving timidly. Because of course it's his car and I'm not too used to the dynamics and everything. Then he's shouting from behind कि अच्छे से चलाना फील करके चला पूरी गाड़ी. मैंने कहा, हाँ भैया चला रहा हूँ. Yeah, cars are such a good thing to happen to humans.
yeah. Oh,
Mm. So,
said it, bro. You said it. Cars are like, wow, what an invention, right?
mhm.
Damn.
So would you have any questions for me? We are probably coming towards the end of it. So, anything you would want to ask me?
Yeah, man.
Hmm.
What got you interested in doing this? Because I'm glad that you are doing it. You're very patient. I've mentioned that already 2 or 3 times. But at the same time, brother, you're a very welcoming host. You know, you make people want to say things. There's certain things I've said here that I could have said in other interviews, but they came out here just very naturally. So I'm interested to know, like, what got you here?
I wish I had thought about this. Okay, this is a fun question to answer.
Hmm.
YouTube started with my dad pushing me to do it. I had a fair bit of, like, I had a decent hand at public speaking and everything since the beginning.
Yeah.
So he wanted me to start a YouTube channel, and I was an avid reader. So he wanted me to start a YouTube channel, which I did in 2019 after a lot of scolding and a lot of nudging कि कर ले एक वीडियो तो डाल कभी तो कर. I finally did that. There was this long pause in between. Lockdown, I picked up. made some videos. I got into podcasting via this internship I was at. I started there as a content writer, but then they had this interview wing, and that's when I figured out that yes, podcasts can be done. Like it's not something only the elite or the creme de la creme of the industry would do. My initial exposure to podcasts were, let's say, a Beer Biceps or Joe Rogan for that matter. So
Mm,
podcasts were always a far-fetched thing. But once I got, well, I got started with doing interviews, I saw that, okay, this is pretty much it. And that's where I got the knack from. So it's connected me to a lot of good people. It's connected me to you.
brother.
It's connected me to a number of authors. So it's always a good feeling to have. The
Very nice.
preparation takes up a lot of time, setting up the camera, the mics, checking everything. But once I start shooting and once I'm in a conversation, all of it seems worth it.
Amazing. Wow. Wow, wow. Well, I'm very happy for you, my brother, and I'm grateful that
Thank you.
um that you pursued this because this is one of the best conversations I've had, and it's
That
thanks to
means a
you
lot. Thank you so
for
much.
no, no, it's thanks to you for pursuing this, and I pray that you continue to do so. Please don't stop, man.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Man.
So, Irman, with that, we come towards the end of this. Anything for our viewers you would want to leave our viewers with? Any last
Um,
notes?
yeah, just a thank you. Just a thank you for tuning in. Um, and we'll have some shopping content for you soon.
For sure, for sure.